a very new type of condition, and there's a lot of speculation. I mean, there has been, some research has been done, but not as much. I mean, there are many theories that fly around because, in my looking after children and going into the educational side of special needs, you find that a lot of black children in our society are autistic, and a lot of what has been shown is that there seems to be well, I mean, what you find is that a lot of them seem to struggle in so many schools where they're expected to sit in one place. But far more so than their white counterparts. So there does seem to be. I mean, I'll probably talk about the theories later on.
Yeah. So it's not genetic. It's not something. They don't know what causes.
They don't really know.
God.
They don't really know. What we do know is that it's increasing.
I know.
Every year, you find more and more children who are.
So what was the beginning like, and how did you overcome the initial shock?
I mean, the beginning was more or less just being overwhelmed because my son, even really when he was quite early, he would have quite a few tantrums, and he wasn't reaching his the goals that young kids tend to reach quite easily when they're young. He wasn't reaching them. So just little things, he not being able to be as coordinated, not being able to be as coordinated as as other little boys his age, him making particular types of movements. He tends to flap his hands in front of his face, making strange loud noises at inappropriate times. I think autism is definitely, it's on a broad scale. So you sometimes have children who are very severely autistic, and you have some whom are not as severe. And so my son's probably towards not so much severe, but maybe passing the middle. So it was quite challenging, especially as there'll be many times they'd call me to come and pick him up from school. So even at that early on, I knew that I needed to find a job where I could be at home. And so I became a childminder, much to my mother's dismay and horror. You can imagine my mother, who's like, I'm a mama lawyer.
I know.
And then I'm saying to her, oh, mummy, I've become a childminder. So, Nigerian mothers, what they're like.
Exactly.
Hey, Chi-Chi, looking after other people's children.
Yeah.
So that was quite interesting. But I had to do it because I needed to be at home so that whenever they'd call me to come and pick him up, I could go and pick him up. So yeah, it's been,
So, Maria, what have been the problems or challenges you and your family have been facing?
The problem is not me, it's not my husband, it's not even the children. The problem is the society.
God.
Yeah, because of the stigma. The way they stare at you when you are anywhere in the party, even in the church. You feel that you are not included. They like in the society, you are different. So that's the challenges.
So different. So how is the children? How are they coping?
Yeah, at the moment, because I take it that
upon
myself. Don't think of what other people are thinking of you.
Okay.
Just see yourself as a unique person. Just be what God has made you to be. So I always give them the advice of how to relate to people out there. Even when you see people look at you, they look down on you in school, they don't want to include you in anything. Just be yourself.
How old are your children?
Yeah.
How old are they now?
My first son is 11. Going to
11.
12.
He's a big boy now.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's in high school. And I have a little daughter. She's my princess, my angel, my everything. I adore her
I hope
so
she
much.
can hear mommy now.
I hope so. She was crying. She wanted to come with me. I said, no, this is not a children's house. She said, Mommy, one day I want to go there to talk about myself.
Exactly.
I said, don't worry.
Exactly.
Yinka will invite you one day. You come and talk about yourself. So that's how it has been anyway. I've been taking it as one of those things that there is nothing I can do. I have them. God will never give you a thing that you cannot handle.
Definitely.
He gives you something that you can handle. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I mean, it's, things have changed drastically. I mean, there have been times when, I remember there was a time we were at Waterloo Station, and my child, till today, we don't know what triggered, his outburst. I mean, you can imagine there were thousands of people on the station, and he started just going crazy, just, lunging at me, pulling my hair, to the extent that my husband had to restrain him, and I think at that point we were even more scared that people would maybe,
take pictures.
Yes, take pictures, or maybe, because my husband's quite muscular and strong, and so we were almost like thinking, oh, we just hope people wouldn't think he's even
abusing it.
Yeah, something, and so in a lot of ways it's similar to yours. We're always quite aware, more so then, that people might be looking at us and making judgments, and but I've had to learn to block it out, and I've become quite good at that.
Yes, that's the first thing. You have to have in mind that whatever people do or say, just face where you are going.
Exactly.
You don't have to look at them. You don't even give them eye contact, because by the time you give them eye contact, you will find horrible things. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And so you become quite used to that, actually, and that actually even helps you to overcome other situations.
Definitely.
You don't tend to care so much for things that other people would consider important. You think,
what is that?
Because sometimes when we are going out, they will ask me, my son will ask me, where are you going to? Say, we are going to a place. I said, I'm not going. I said, but we have to. I know, because when we get in there, the way people stare and look and all judge and talk, and we so said, we need to go. And when we get in there, he said, Mommy,
let's go back.
Or, Mommy, when my daughter is like, acting funny, say, you don't want people to be like focusing on us, do you? Because when people,
that understanding.
Yeah, you got that understanding.
Is God.
Yeah.
That is, I don't know the right word to use. I'm trying. People, please, can we stop staring? Please.
I mean, I don't know whether at the end of the day people will ever stop staring, because I mean, even if I were to see something that I had never seen before, I might also
not to make it obvious and make them uncomfortable.
There is a way you stare and just take off your eyes. But they will size the case.
Yes.
Some people, they will say, is she your kid? Wow. Are they your children? Wow. You feel somehow. You don't even have the right word at that time to give to them. Are they being adopted? Sometimes, even other kids, they say the same word to my kids. Are they being adopted? Or they were like, Mommy, are we? I said, no. You are not.
I think that's... Yeah. So as a child asked you that question before, why is it different from other kids?
Yeah, that was when he was growing up, and he asked, why am I different? And I have to explain the reason why you are different. Because the gene is from me and your dad, not just from one person, or not just that. Maybe you just come on your own. So that is why he is. And my little daughter now, being a little girl, so he started to ask the same question, Mommy, why am I different? And I said, you are different because you are unique, you are special, you are wonderfully made. So that is why you are different.
But did it have any impact on you as a parent? Did he break you down? How did you feel?
Yeah, at first, Western world, you are not seeing much of them. You are not seeing much of the albinos. Before, my husband don't even like using that name. When somebody say albino, no, we don't want to use. But I come to learn that I have to, start using it, using the word, and this is what people say they are, and that is the name that they give to them. Back in Africa, my brother passed through that, stages that even in school they call names, everything. But then, because I had this little baby about 8 months, and when we came here, I decided to see that is totally different from the way we see things back in Nigeria, that people just look at you and call you names that will make you to like, am I different?
Yes.
So you'll be thinking, maybe I'm really different from all my kids are different from the rest of other kids.
So true, so true. But that is heartbreaking when your children will be asking you, why am I different? Because people, the society, are making it that obvious for them to feel neglected or not part of the society. Please, we parents, we have a lot of work to do, and this labeling of a thing, we need to stop it. Right, have you ever asked God, why me? Or did you blame yourself, Chi? Or have you ever blamed yourself, Chi?
I definitely would get upset with God in the beginning, and definitely felt sorry for myself, But to be honest, that wasn't for very long before I decided, because if you go down that road, then you're always going to be feeling like life owes you something, And I really didn't want to go down that road, so I really did.
You asked God question.
Yeah, I was more like upset.
Okay.
I think I come from the kind of family where I'd always, just expected that my children would be the neurosurgeons, and in my family you always had to have good grades, go to good schools, become, even if you didn't like what you were doing.
Okay, I like that. that would be another topic for another day.
And so I think even when I started, expressing how I felt to God, it was more from that perspective of, I can't believe that my child may never become anything, really, because...
But we told you it can't.
Well, that's another thing. I guess over the years I've changed my attitude, definitely.
Thank God for that. I'm happy for that. So Maria, did you ask that same question, God, why me?
Yeah.
What have I done? Have I married the wrong guy?
At the beginning, you think so many things, actually. A lot of thoughts will come to your mind that you don't even have answer to it. But later, I just, accept. There was no time I really blamed God or asked that question, why me? No, there was no time I really didn't ask God why me.
So you accepted it as your faith?
Yeah, because I remember one episode that when we first moved here, we relocated from somewhere, and my son, being the only child then, and because of the language, we were always in, because we have this big house that, is only two of us and my husband, no other child to play with. So he wasn't speaking the language that you're supposed to be speaking over there, because I don't speak the language. It's only my husband who speaks the language. So when we relocate back to here, and we find him in school, and when he got to the school, he wasn't behaving the way other children were supposed to behave.
Because he wasn't mixing with the other children.
But the school, they didn't know that he wasn't mixing. I normally teach him at home. So when they send this school nurse to come and assess him at home, and she find out that my son can read, can play on his own, and can do a lot of things. And he said, this child doesn't have any problem. Because they wanted to take him to, to a special school.
Right, okay.
So he said, but this child don't have any problem. I'm going back to the head teacher to let her know that this child don't have any problem. So she does. So she took him to she took the matter to the school. So they said they will assess him and see the way he's coping. And after some time, he was really coping well. Before then, my husband wanted to take him back to the first school here in UK, where he started from, before we move him to the nearest school. So, as my husband was going, it's because of you I have to I abandon everything I need to do over there, come here and da. So, I look at Holy Spirit just ministered something to me. And my little boy was sitting at the back. I just look at him. the thing just came to my mind. I said, this boy is going to make you proud one day.
Amen.
I look at him at the back, and my husband was, going into the school just to tell the head teacher, please, can you people accept my son back here? Because the other school, I don't know what they are saying. They want to take him to a special school. So I look at him, and I said to him, you're going to make me proud one day. The devil is a liar, and they will be a liar. So that thought, I just, spoke that word unto him.
Fantastic.
And he was calm in school, doing everything. So the first time in school, they called me, please, mom, to cut the story short, that you need to come to school. I was like, why are they calling me? And I was in the school, listening to other parents, calling their children, giving them award or certificate, whatever it is. I was like, did these people want to mock me or what? So later they called my son's name. Oh my God. I burst into tears. I was crying. Said, look, my son, good behavior and everything. The child, they told me that they want to take to a special school.
Oh wow.
And they were like,
he doesn't
Mom, please.
totally comprehend everything we say. But he has grown in leaps and bounds. I think one of the first things that I decided to do was to get some early years qualifications, because I wanted to understand how I could perhaps communicate better with him and also help him communicate. And then I heard about an education system called Montessori, and I decided I would go and study it. And it's interesting because when I opened up my own nursery, I attracted a lot of children who had special needs, possibly because of the area that I live. So I then decided to almost like break down lots of what I had learnt with helping them, and began to deliver it as workshops to the community. And this was one of the ways that I felt that I was then able to understand how best to help not just my child, but other children with a strain on the marriage. I mean, I'm extremely blessed that I have a husband who's very, very supportive and has always been a huge rock. I mean, he taught my child to read, and which is actually very unusual. There are quite a few children who are autistic and they don't know how to read. But my husband has always been, even more so than me, someone who believes in owning whatever could potentially be discouraging and almost like turning it around so that then, fruit will be, it's almost like, God gives you something, let's see what you do with it, regardless of what that thing is, So I think as a result, our marriage is stronger, I believe. Yes, absolutely, because we've had to almost like have a united front, and we've often said that because a lot of friends will then come to us and say, their marriages are challenging, and me and my husband, we always say, we think that God sometimes shares these challenges amongst people to help them, and one area that of course we have a challenge is because we, our son. So then our marriage is
flourishing.
Yes, it's flourishing. It's almost like he wouldn't give us,
and take that away.
Yeah,
as
challenging
well.
marriage, challenging children. So whatever God gives you, it's almost like you need to own it. Even a challenging marriage, in a way, is a blessing in disguise. So yeah, that has really helped us almost to see things from a different perspective and bring us closer as a result.
Oh, that's really good. I just want to encourage all parents listening right now. Have you got anything that you're facing at the moment, or you're raising a child with difficulties? Do not let that pull you apart from your home or separate you and your husband. Let it be something that will bound you together, that will bring you closer, because God is in that situation.
The moment
Maria.
the school they attend, they are okay. They've not been doing anything such that will bring
Any stigmatization
to them. It's just outside world, because we've already created awareness to let the people within our environment to know that this is what the child is. So we are not really getting any stigmatization from the people
from the community, from your friends.
From the friends, no. From the
family,
family, no. But from the
church.
people.
On Beautiful Mind, we say it at it is. So, in church, do you feel comfortable going to church, taking your child to church?
In my very church now, yes, but other churches, no, because there was a time I visited another church, and the way they actually behave towards us make my children to say, no,
we're not coming to this church anymore.
So in my own church, they are okay because they are used to
them.
They like the way they are now. They want to be going to an environment where they feel comfortable and where they be accepting them. So
that should not be. This world should be a free place for people to move around. It shouldn't be, I might be accepted here, I can't go to this place because they don't like me here. Please make people feel loved and comfortable, please. And in churches as well, is a house of God, and church is a place where sick people come. And when I'm saying sick, I don't really mean they are sick physically. They can be physically and spiritually, but everybody should be welcome in church. And you should make people to feel comfortable in church when you come in contact with them. So what has been the effect on your child's confidence, the behavior, or the general life in general?
Because I've been showing them a lot of pictures of other albino who are not celebrities. Because there is this another lady in America, Diana, wherever. So she's a model as well, and that's Sharon. So I always show them pictures that we, give them the awareness that they are not only one. They can do something. So that will make their confidence boost up. So they won't have to bring down their self-esteem. So showing them all those things and doing a lot of research. I always do research all over the world, not only in Europe. Like in Africa, I do some research to show them this is this person, this is what this person is doing. They are going to school. There's this Albino in Uganda, and is a lawyer, and there's another one is a doctor, and there's another one a musician. So I always show them all those things to let them know that you can do something. You don't have to say, oh, because of my color, or because of my eyes, or because you can't do anything. You can do what other people can do. Yeah,
that's so good. That is really good. So do you feel stigmatized, Chi?
I wouldn't say stigmatized. I mean, I think what happens is as well is in some churches, and to be honest, I'll be like you said, we can say it how it is. I think sometimes in the Nigerian cultural, viewpoint, they see almost like disability as being almost like a curse from God, which I'm like, where in the world does that come from? Because it's not in the scriptures. I mean, it even says Jesus came for those who were sick and ill, and so, and as a result, then people then feel ashamed, almost as if they feel like they should hide what they have been cursed with, and I'm like, goodness, if anything, I think that God's dream is always to help people see that Christianity works because your mindset should be different. This is what I've been given, and the world would behave a different way, but I'm going to be different. In that I'm going to show people that you can still be happy, still get on with life, still have joy in your heart, because God has given you this. You're the steward. You're going to do the very best of helping that person be the very best of who they are.
Exactly.
So, to be honest, it makes my blood boil.
Please, my fans on Facebook, please, I really do want us to talk about it. Is it really a curse from God?
Oh my gosh.
Is it? Why do we have to feel like we have to hide this to them? Fine. When we were back home, we're not used to all these things.
Sure.
Probably because maybe they were, but people were hiding them because of the stigmas as well.
Yes. I've heard that it goes on a lot. People hide shut away children in dark rooms and pretend like they don't exist. Some children are called witches because they display certain. Oh, for goodness sake, that just.
I know.
that just.
So that's what Beautiful Man is doing, this awareness. We want people to know that these children are unique. They are beautiful. They are wonderfully and fearfully made by God. And you should accept them for who they are. Everybody shouldn't be the same, and we cannot be the same.
That's why I always tell my children, I show them these 5 fingers. I said, look, is it equal?
No.
No. Every fingers here do the same different things. It's not the same. So that is why you see people who are short, and you see people who are tall, and see people who are so beautiful. Everybody is different.
Yeah.
So you don't have to judge these fingers because they do different things.
Thank you very much. Do you know something again? I think if we know God really well, like we say we do, we will know that they're not cursed.
Absolutely.
We will know God loves them, and we will know that we need to show more love. Fine, maybe we're not used to them, we don't know how to relate, but there is nothing stopping us from learning. We learn every day. Learn how to relate with people, learn how to behave around people, learn to love people for who